This farm is incredibly overpowered, solo or in a duo group. Hi there, I'm Golden Routes, and today we'll be taking a look at a pretty good farm. I don't typically cover farms that involve killing enemies, unless if it's like a meat or cloth farm. But today we're doing a little something different. So, in this farm, I've already covered it. It's actually over here at the Eye of Urza. And I had only covered this while being in a group, and I hadn't really tested it outside of being in a group until my brother was able to come over here to the Emerald Dream. Since he's been over here, he has been enjoying it, by the way. Like, he has absolutely loved the Emerald Dream, which is really nice to see. A lot of it has been because of this farm. This farm is incredibly overpowered because not only are you getting a lot of gold from vendoring items, but you're also getting a really good amount of gold from selling some of the equipment that you can pick up from here too. The main equipment that you're looking for would be the blues and 424. I've noticed that that is the main thing that you're wanting to look for. However, you can get some greens that are worth a bit of money as well, as I listed 418 greens for around 400 or 500 gold, which isn't much, but the amount of greens that you're picking up from this farm is just insane. Like, it's more than I would have ever imagined. So you're probably wondering how you can even do this farm solo or in a group of 2, which if you do it in a group of 2, it may be a little bit better because you can have one person focus the ones over on this side where my brother's at. As you can see, he's got a couple over here that I need to loot, and then I've just been running back and forth between these 2 main spots because they're the closest to each other. Basically, that's all you do solo, is you run back and forth between these 2, and they I say that lightly because I have had some instances where they don't really respawn quick enough. So if they don't do that, then you'll have to hit 3 spots for a little bit, but for the most part, hitting these 2 spots, you should be able to just bounce back and forth between these 2 spots. Total gold I've made here, the first time around I made about 4k in about 20 minutes. That was when I was in a group. Nothing too bad. I had vendored everything thinking, oh, nobody's going to buy any of these weapons or gear, and I was sorely wrong. I have made probably 20k off of the gear alone, and probably close to 6 to 8k from vendoring raw material alone. With that being said, my brother and I had farmed for about a half hour yesterday, and that is where I made about 20k. And then I guess I made probably a bit more than what I had mentioned earlier. I just don't know the exact numbers because I wasn't really paying attention. However, I do know I've got 10k worth of gear sitting in the mailbox right now that had sold, and I've got a decent amount in my inventory that I just need to vendor because it's not anything good. Outside of that, this is probably one of the better farms I have. I can't say discovered because I don't know who else discovered this, but that I have done in a while. This is one of the better farms, I will admit, that I have covered. The only reason why it's so good, though, is because it's new. Everybody's wanting the gear so they can gear, and I don't expect this to be very good for much longer. Either Blizzard nerfs it, or everybody's just done gearing and they don't need the gear anymore. That, or there's just a flood of gear in the auction house and nobody needs gear because it's so cheap and everybody's been buying it. I do believe that's all for now though, so thanks for watching and I hope you have a great rest of your day.